Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, thank you for coming back to another broadcast of the Ellis Network. We're going to talk a little bit about New York with what happened yesterday. And I know that this is already being brought out to probably a lot of you guys that already know about it. Again, I apologize for my delay on news reporting. Life, it takes over. So, anyways, we're going to hop into this really quick. I'm going to give you guys my insight. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. New York Port Authority attack. A Qaeda Allah inspired by ISIS. Now, I've seen everyone talking about how ISIS actually, in fact, took the blame for it. This article saying that it's inspired by ISIS. To me, there's two different opinions here. One could be inspired, which means that he sees what ISIS is doing and he wants to, grow up to be like them, I guess. I say it like that because he's younger than I am. I believe this guy was 27. We'll find out here in a second. And then we all know that ISIS will come out and take claim. So far, I haven't seen anything talk about that ISIS actually come out and said that we're responsible for it. This is an ISIS-inspired attack. It wasn't directly from ISIS. So let's go ahead and get into this. It gives a little bit about the suspect and the reason for doing it. It's pretty ironic. And kind of humorous nonetheless. Not humorous as the fact that American people, could have lost their lives. And thank goodness that this was just, there's 4 people that suffered very, very minimum damage, injuries. No one was killed. No one was seriously injured. So, thank God for that. But, the reason why this kid wanted to do this, it's pretty humorous. Really. So anyways, the suspect being held after an attempted terrorist attack at Monday, New York City's main bus terminal. He said it was in retaliation for U.S. attacks on so-called Islamic State, U.S. media says. So, this young man, he's 27 years old. I'm just now reading it. Qaeda Allah, a 27-year-old Bangladesh immigrant, was injured when a low-tech explosive device went off at the Port Authority terminal in Manhattan. Again, he's from Bangladesh. If you guys don't know where Bangladesh is, I even had to look it up. I've heard of Bangladesh, but I actually wanted to look on the map, and it's right between Thailand and there was another big country, not Iran. Not Turkey, I don't think. I don't know. See, that's another thing, guys. When I'm getting ready to upgrade my system, and when I upgrade my system, right here, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have a computer screen right here. Don't mind my bedroom. I'm gonna have a computer screen right here. So whenever we're talking about stuff, I can show you guys. That's what I'm trying to get at. But anyways, Bangladesh is over there. It's in between Thailand and another country. So I really couldn't tell if it was then again, I really didn't look at it. When I'm speaking to you guys, I'm asking questions that I really wish I would have went and looked for the answers, because actually I didn't even think of these questions until now that I'm talking to you guys. So anyways, we'll get back into this. The police say that Mr. Allah chose the location because of its Christmas posters. This immigrant was so triggered over a Christmas poster that he decided to do this. Mr. Allah was reported to be in serious condition in a hospital after suffering burns when the device, which was strapped to his body, exploded in an underpass at the bus terminal. He told police investigators that he had been inspired by a Christmas terrorist attack in Europe and selected the Port Authority bus terminal after seeing a number of festive posters on the subway walls, U.S. media reports. So, basically, they're saying that there's holiday terrorist attacks that's going to be going on in Europe. And even here in America, I've been hearing, on the underground circuit, the wire, that there may be very well a terrorist attack on Christmas. And there's no hard evidence, nothing being proved to back that up, other than what we know in the ideologies of Muslims, radicalized Islam. We know the mentality and whatnot. So, definitely, no doubt, a Christmas terrorist attack could very well be a possibility. It would be a worst case scenario. I would not want anything that happened to anybody. It doesn't matter race, religion, background, nothing. I want everyone December 25th to get along, even if you don't celebrate Christmas. Just world peace for one day. But, of course, that's going to be, non-existent, especially in today's day and age that we live in. He told, Mr. Allah said the planned attack had been motivated by U.S. airstrikes on ISIS targets in Syria and elsewhere, the New York Times reported. CNN separately reports that Mr. Allah also cited recent Israel action in Gaza after rockets were fired at Israel on Friday. So far, CNN's the only one that's saying that, which we brought out. I'm not saying that I agree with CNN. I'm not saying that I'm going to push their story out to you guys. But my video yesterday, talking about this and how it could very well be a possible that we're going to have a heightened terrorist activity here in America, only because of President Trump's acknowledgement of Jerusalem being the capital of Israel. And we see all the other Muslim nations reacting to it. Palestinians having protests, Lebanon's having protests, the Vatican, Rome, the Pope, he's speaking out on it. We know that Gaza has shot off rockets recently in the past towards Israel. So CNN's reporting, trying to tie, saying that he's tying all his hatred to America to Christmas posters and terrorist attacks and that we've given Muslims. ISIS. Sorry, I don't mean Muslims. Again, you guys know me. I try to be very fair. I do believe that there's a difference between Muslim nations and radicalized Muslims. Just like you got Americans, and then you got radicalized Americans. Radicalizations in every form. Mr. Allah immigrated to the U.S. on a family visa in 2011 from Shahnaag area of Bangladesh. The Bangladesh government says he had no criminal record in the country, which he last visited in September to see his wife, whom he married 2 years ago. Again, you're over here in America. America is a Christian nation. You're around that time of year where we're going to start saying Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. There's a big division in this nation in today's day and age. Half of us still like to say Merry Christmas. The other half, whenever we go out to main, stores and stuff like that, the reporters, or not reporters, I'm sorry, but the cashiers and everything like to say Happy Holidays. Because they're dealing with so many different kinds of people. I can understand that they don't want to upset anyone. Again, here in America, we say Merry Christmas. If you don't like it, get out. Again, we're not trying to change your beliefs, but it is what it is. The last visit lasted about 6 weeks. His uncle told the Associated Press, adding that Mr. Allah has a 6-month-old child with her. Again, the wife and the child is still in Bangladesh. He's over here in America. He's been here for 2 years, I believe it said. Or no, I'm sorry, since 2011. He has a 6-month-old child with a wife that still lives in Bangladesh. I don't know. Mr. Allah's wife, who did not join him in the U.S., and other family members are now being questioned to understand how he was radicalized. And then there's video clips on this news article for you guys to read. U.S. President Donald Trump said Monday's attack, which followed a terror attack in Manhattan in October that killed 8 people. You guys remember the bike trail. Highlights the urgent need to enact legislative reforms to protect the American people. America must fix its lax immigration system, which allows far too many dangerous, inadequately vetted people to access our country, Mr. Trump added. And I agree 100% with that. You guys remember when the travel ban was first, being pushed out there, and people were protesting airports saying, let him in, let him in, let him in. It's not that he was trying to not let nobody in. He was putting a hold on to it until we could figure out a better vetting process. The vetting process that's in place now that you guys were all protesting at airports, let him in, let him in, let him in, is the same protest that failed the American people in Manhattan in October. That failed everyone else involved within recent terrorist attacks here in America. The American people that have died. The lady that died in San Francisco. You remember the illegal immigrant? And he got off scot-free? Remember that. The American judicial system and immigration system has failed the American people. Again, I agree 100% with Trump. We need a better vetting system. I've said it, before I started doing YouTube videos, I was very heavily on Periscope. And I've gotten into a couple great debates. I loved everybody that came over there, even if they didn't agree with me and I agree with them. And it was nice because we was able to share each other's opinions. And, one thing that I said is, we have a new age society, culture here in America and worldwide. But we have old, outdated government systems. Nothing's being evolved. As society evolves, well, these laws that were put into place need to evolve and be corrected as well. What happened in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s here in America is not going to happen here in 2017. It's not going to help 2020. So we need to come up with a better vetting system. New ways. We know terrorism's finding it different ways of getting into the country. Same as you put a law down on drugs coming into the country, it's still going to find its way. Again, we have to figure out a better vetting process to get this stuff out of here. It's not that we're being hateful to any one nation or one race. It's just what we see nowadays. It's Muslims, the Muslim nations, and radicalized Muslims. Not all Muslims, just radicalized. Alright, so anyways, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I got the kid. I don't know. God knows what she's doing. No, she's a good child. I'll post the article in the description, let you guys read it. And, let me know what you guys think. Alright? I'll see you guys later on. Again, I'm working on getting a new setup here very, very soon. Christmas is around the corner, and I've been getting a little bit of hints from my wife. I think she's going to make this a very special year for me, so I got to go off and do the same thing for her. Again, you guys know, like I said, the setup, my next thing is going to be the laptop, and then I'm going to get a PC screen or a TV monitor behind me. So when I'm looking at the computer, you guys can see it here. And also with all the new editing tools and screen captures and stuff like that, my channel is going to be going through some changes here very, very soon. I promise, guys. And it's going to be a very delightful experience for everybody. So again, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button on these videos. Let me know that you guys are here. You support me, support my channel and everything that we do. And I'm working on expanding. Alright, guys? Later.